this week I'm going to talk to you all and give an instructional on how to do your own Brazilian waxing. A lot of people think it's taboo to do your own waxing. They feel like it's something you can only let a professional do. But the truth is that it's a talent that can be learned just like everything else that hair stylists and estheticians do. I get all of my products from Sally Beauty Supply, and I only use GG wax products, and it's not because they gave them to me or they sponsor me. That's just who I use and who I trust. To start your Brazilian waxing, the first thing you're going to need is a wax heater. There's two different GG wax heaters. I recommend the one with temperature control, especially for those of you who have never done it before. Temperature control is one of the most important factors in having a good wax. Next thing, you're actually going to need some wax to heat up in your wax heater. I prefer to use GG's Brazilian Body Hard Wax. Now, most places you go to get a Brazilian wax will use soft wax, sugar waxes. There's so many different types of waxes. And if you go to Sally Beauty, you'll also notice that there are a million different types of waxes by GG. I definitely recommend the Brazilian Body Hard Wax because it's a wax that's good for all skin types and good for all hair types. Now, Brazilian Body Hard Wax is a stripless wax, meaning you do not need to use a strip to rip the hair off. But a beginner, it's really hard to understand how to use stripless wax. So I definitely recommend picking up a package of strips. I use these natural muslin strips by GG, and they are only about $12, maybe less for the pack. And it's a whole lot of them. They're really, really long, and they last you a really long time. I typically cut these in about 3/4 of a strip when I use them, but these are really good these are really good strips. Next thing you'll need is something to apply your wax with. So I use these popsicle sticks, and I prefer the angled kind. I definitely recommend the angled one because it's easier for application. The last thing you'll need is some type of oil to prevent your skin from coming off. And that might sound really crazy and scary, but it's not. It happens all the time. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that your skin is slick and smooth. I like to use this organic Moroccan argan oil serum. I picked it up at Walmart. It's by Spring Valley, and it's about $6. You can also use baby oil. I just find that baby oil is really messy and really slippery. This is a serum that's really good for the skin. It has organic Moroccan argan oil, sweet almond oil, grapeseed oil, and avocado oil. So it's really good for your skin, and it's also pretty inexpensive, especially if you only use it for your waxing. You also might need a mirror to see in the hard to reach areas. So the first thing you're going to do when you're waxing is you're going to need to heat up your wax. It's going to take about 30 minutes to get your hard wax completely soft. Right now my wax is heating up and it's getting to that point. Once you see that the wax has completely melted and it's completely liquefied, you want to turn your temperature setting to off. When you turn the temperature setting to off, it's going to start to cool down. This is good because you want the wax to apply hard and thick, and you also want the wax to cool very fast so that you can rip the strips off and get the hair off in the fastest way possible. We are going to use my boyfriend's leg for a demonstration. To allow the wax to melt faster, you want to start to stir it up. When the hot wax touches the hard wax, it starts to melt it. If you have really long hair, you want to trim it. The hair only needs to be 1/4 inch long to wax it. If it's too long, it's going to hurt. When preparing the wax for application, you're going to get a really big glob of wax on the stick, rub it off the backside, and twirl it to get the excess wax on the stick. Then you're going to apply it on the skin. Apply a thick, long strip of wax on the hair in the direction of hair growth. Put the wax strip on top, rub down for 3 seconds, and then rip off in the opposite direction of hair growth. You'll notice here that because I did not apply one thick piece of wax. Some of the wax actually dried too fast and it didn't come off. But that's okay. If you do that, apply your muslin strip again, push down, and rip off. Most cases, it'll come off the second time. This is the final result. You can see the patch that I waxed is really soft and smooth. You can see how long the hair is all around it. My boyfriend said it was painless. I hope that this tutorial on how to do Brazilian wax was helpful to you all. I hope it was informational. I definitely recommend that you take precautions when doing a Brazilian wax on your own, because you can run into issues if you do not take all of the necessary steps to be safe and to be clean. I also recommend that those of you who have never received a Brazilian wax before, please go to a professional and get it done till you're comfortable doing it at the professional before you go ahead and try to do it on your own. So that is all. If you have any questions on Brazilian waxing, go ahead and ask. I may follow this up with a video on the benefits of Brazilian waxing as opposed to shaving. And that's all that I have for you all. So I will put all the product information in the description box. And I hope to see you all again next week on Ooh La La Holly with more DIY fashion, health, and beauty videos. Peace out.